A teacher once handed a young boy a book about the life of the Buddha. 50 years later, he finally acted on it. He was in a world where people were treated differently according to their birth, according to their caste designation. In fact, the school he went to, he was forced to sit outside and just listen in on the lessons because he was considered untouchable and impure. He had to sit on a gunny sack, no chair, not even access to a glass of water. And so when this teacher reached across and mentored him and showed him through this book that another world might be possible, it sparked something within him. He saw in the life of Buddha somebody who wanted to destroy caste completely, who wanted to get rid of this kind of prejudice. And so for Bim, in the classroom and the world he knew, there was one type of reality. But there was another one which lived in his imagination. And he spent the rest of his life trying to close the gap between those two worlds. The caste system then has been around for a long, long time, and no one really knows the true origins. It's hotly debated. But it's a system where people are treated as high caste or as a servant caste or even as completely outcast, and Bim was one of those. And he wanted to find a way to create a world where that wasn't the case. He studied hard. He went and studied economics at PhD. He became a barrister. He campaigned and organised and fought for justice his whole life. And in all of that, he was looking for a theory of change, a way of changing the world that encompassed our whole selves, but became deeply suspicious of the sort of religion and the sort of superstition that led to the prejudice that he experienced growing up and indeed his whole life as he looked ahead at the possibility of an independent India as a nation state, that it wouldn't reinforce and reproduce the sort of prejudices he'd seen growing up. He wanted to know what an India would look like that had some of that vision that he'd seen in the life of the Buddha as a small child. So by the time he converted, Ambedkar wasn't discovering Buddhism so much as he was testing it to see whether it would live up to his vision of hope, his hope for a new world of equality, of humanism, of rational thinking that would liberate people and treat people with justice and kindness. But hope is easy, building something is quite different. So in the next video, we're going to look at how Ambedkar actually created a new world for other people to join him in.